everyone. I'm Jaden.
I'm Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah YouTube channel.
And we thank you guys for joining us, and we appreciate your time, and we know there are a few of you out there that are studying these with us, and as we go through them. And we are going to blast through 20 of them tonight real quickly because they are literally the same ones. And so this list that they have is duplicated over and over and over. So let's jump right into it. Gentlemen, how you doing? How's everything?
Good.
Day better today than yesterday?
Oh, but yeah.
All right, good. All right, so the 613 laws of Yahuwah, and again, this is a list that is, I believe it's somehow it's Talmudic. I don't know where it actually comes from or who made this list, but I mean, this must be the list that they use in Judaism or whatnot, and I don't even think Judaism is the right word. But it is not like a proper list by any means, and I haven't seen commands yet, like be fruitful and multiply. I don't know if that's coming on, but that is also a command, right? We're not supposed to be offering our kids into Moloch. We're supposed to be raising generations to go. So here we go. 50th of this 613. It is it we're on 50 or 51?
51.
51. Beep, beep. There we go. Leviticus 26:1. Not to erect an idol or bow down on a smooth stone for worship. All right, who has this?
I do.
Let's hit it.
Do not make idols for yourselves, and do not put up a carved image or a pillar for yourselves, and do not place a stone image in your land to bow down to it, for I am Yahuwah, your Elohim.
So it doesn't actually say a smooth stone. It says do not. What about the
Stone pillar. Stone
Yeah,
image.
it's a stone image.
No,
So
it's not smooth, it's just a stone.
yeah, so it shouldn't be any stone is the thing. Okay.
They want your knees all scraped up.
Yes, well, you should be. We
Yeah,
should all
it
have
should be.
scar tissue on our knees. All right, 52. Deuteronomy 16:21, and it's not to plant a tree as a sacred pole.
And we read this yesterday, but I'll read it again. It says, do not plant for yourself any tree as an Asherah near the altar of Yahuwah, your Elohim, that you make for yourself.
And again, Asherah was a god that they had, and the Asherah pole was what they all worshipped. Okay, 53. Destroy idols, their accessories, and the places where they were worshipped. Deuteronomy 12:2.
Completely destroy all the places where the nations which you are possessing serve their mighty ones, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree.
And a lot of you might say, hey, these aren't things that we should do, or they're not, if you go if you go to any courthouse in the United States, everywhere you look, there's idols everywhere. So if you were to go and destroy these idols in, say, North America, you would end up in jail. And so these were the laws, statutes, and commands that were for our Creator's people in the land where they were. Okay, so let's hit to 54. It is, do not derive benefit from idols or bring abominations home. It's Deuteronomy 7:26. Okay?
25.
Or
54.
Actually,
Like 25.
54, 7:26. And
So I should read it backwards.
Yeah,
I should read
read
25 first and
Yeah,
26.
hit that.
The carved images of their mighty ones you are to burn with fire. Do not covet the silver or gold that is on them. Nor take it for yourselves, lest ye be snared by it, for it is an abomination to Yahuwah your Elohim. And do not bring an abomination into your house, lest you be accursed like it. Utterly loathe it, and utterly hate it, for it is accursed.
Okay, so there's two things here, and these are things. Say you go to a thrift store or some kind of market, and you get some like little Buddha or some voodoo thing or something of the sort. These things can all have like unclean spirits on them, and you're not supposed to have them, right? We're not supposed to have any kind of carved images of any kind of likeness of anything like that. And I don't know if 55 is exactly worded right, but we're not supposed to have anything to do with idols. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, 56. Make no covenant with Canaanites or their gods. Deuteronomy 7:2, and it's also for 57. Show them no favor. Let's talk about that. Go ahead.
And when Yahuwah, your Elohim, gives them over to you, you shall smite them and put them under the ban completely. Make no covenant with them and show them no favor.
All right, boys, who are the Canaanites?
They were Gentiles. They were people that were in Israel that were sitting on land that Yahuwah had given his people.
Where
and they were
did
the
they
descendants of Ham
Yep.
with the Nephilim DNA.
Yes, and so these are people will all I've heard this many times. People are like, "Yo, your God is crazy." He sends these people in to destroy everything, to kill at everything. He's just a bloodlusting entity, and they don't understand that everything had to be righted. There were still wrongs in the DNA pool, and there were still giants among it. And the people of the Canaanites, a lot of giants came out of the Canaanites. And so they were an evil group of people that were from a cursed tribe. And who cursed them? How did that go down?
Noah cursed them.
Noah cursed who?
Ham, because
he is actually Cush.
Yeah, he obviously had a son at that point, or was going to have his son.
So how did that even go down?
He had saw his father naked after he got drunk.
Who did?
Ham saw Noah.
Right, and somehow, how did the kid get cursed?
Because he did something to him where he saw his father's nakedness and left it uncovered.
Right, and so it wasn't just Cush that got or Ham that got cursed. It was his son.
And through the lineage came to the Canaanites.
And so you would have to come to some conclusion that there was something with Noah's son and the grandson that he was, they maybe saw, grandpa naked or something and laughed about it, or I don't know how it went down. It's kind of a crazy one, but that is it. Yeah, show them no favor. Okay, 58. not to let them dwell in your land. So this is Exodus 23:33.
They shall not dwell in your land, lest they make you sin against me. For if you serve their Elohim, it will surely be a snare unto you.
Okay, who are they talking about?
I believe it is the Pelishites.
Okay, so Pelishites, and so these are more of who are the
Nephilim
Pelishites?
people. That's
The
where
descendants of Ham.
Right, yeah.
where Goliath came from, and Goliath had a bunch of other giant brothers. You read about that in Chronicles.
Right, the Pelishites were big fellers, and so again, where it says not to let them dwell in your land, kill them all. As crazy as it sounds. 59, not to imitate their customs and clothing, and so it looks like we're in the middle of one here. So that's Leviticus 20:23.
Yep. Verse 20:23 says, "And do not walk the laws of the nation which I am driving out before you, for they do all these, and therefore I loathe them."
Okay, so it basically says like the nations, all the people that they're wiping out. What does he say to do?
Don't do what they do. Don't follow after what they've done.
And why would he say that? Why would he command these people this?
Because they did evil things. They were killing their kids. They were sinning. They were breaking the Torah every day.
Right, and so
they were good with it.
And if you intermix with people who are non-Torah,
it corrupts your genealogy, the generations, everything.
Let me ask you this: would you guys ever date a woman who is non-Torah believer?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because it's a very rough thing. People don't want to get into Torah. When they come from other things, they're polluted. You have to have them you have to really work with them before you get on that level of okay, I'll be with you, but you follow Torah now. It really takes a lot of work to do it.
And it's a different lifestyle, right? I mean, she would be. It would be a different kind, because I mean, we would be looking for like a Proverbs 31 style woman in that whole side. So okay, here we go. Where are we at? Not to imitate other
We're on
nations.
60 now.
60. Okay, so we're going to run right through these, and a lot of them, again, are duplicated down here. So 60 is do not eat with the blood and do not practice magic. Leviticus 19:26.
Leviticus 19:26 says, "Do not eat with blood and do not practice divination or magic."
Okay, well, that's
pretty simple.
Yeah. Okay, why do we not eat blood?
Because the blood is life. Life is in the blood.
Blood is life. And I mean, you guys, this may sound a little gruesome, but we have cut up cows before to harvest them, and blood is part of the entire thing. I mean, it is in the meat, it is in everything. So when we have steaks that are rare, there is still blood in that, and so there's laws for blood. If we have blood on the ground, what do we do with it?
You cover it up. He says, "Do not leave the blood out on the ground." You got to cover it up or dig a little hole for it and put it all in there.
Yeah, and so it's and then again, practice magic. What does magic consist of?
Magic is demons, paganism. There's a lot of sacrifice and blood.
It's like pentagrams and demon-inducing evil.
And a lot of times people use blood. They'll kill children or chickens or something.
Yes, yeah. Especially down in South America here, they have Santa Rita. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think
it's like the
killing chickens.
Yeah, it's like
somehow.
a chicken sacrifice. It's a little weird. It's still being practiced down here, so who knows? Okay, so 61. To not self-induce a trance to foresee events or tolerate soothsayers. Deuteronomy 18:10.
So Deuteronomy 18 says, "Let no one be found among you who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire, or one who practices divination, or a user of magic, or one who interprets omens, or a sorcerer."
Yeah. So this doesn't exactly say to self-induce a trance.
I have no idea where he got that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what it says. Eli, you'll need to fix this one here. So read that again. What is this?
Let no one be found among you who makes his son or his daughter pass through the fire,
Okay, Moloch.
or one who practices divination, or a user of magic, or one who interprets omens.
Okay, yeah, so all those people, like witches and warlocks, things of that nature. Okay, 62, not to engage in astrology.
That's the one about do not eat blood and do not practice divination and or magic.
Okay, so that's the one we already did, right?
Right.
Okay, so then we're heading into 63. Not to say incantations or cast spells.
Okay. Deuteronomy 11. Or one who conjures spells, or a medium, or a spiritist, or one who calls up the dead.
I hate to say this, folks, but didn't you guys all work in spelling?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, we didn't like cast spells. I mean, we learned words.
Actually,
but
words make spells is the way it actually works. So,
but when you're like 8 years old and you don't know anything, you can't.
We all did spelling.
You can't blame an 8-year-old for that.
Yeah, I taught spelling, but at the end of the day, that is the difference between like Hebrew words and the letters that we actually sound out. Like the Hebrew words are all pictograms that actually mean a couple different words, and when you put them together, they mean certain things. And so it's actually not spelling like our vocabulary that we do right here. All right, next one. They're all the same. So 1811. Did we already go through this one?
Yeah, 1810. I believe we just did that one as well.
Okay, yeah. So not to say incantation of spells, right? Not to attempt contacting the dead, right? Why don't we contact the dead?
Because they're dead.
They know nothing. That's what this guy says. We listen to every morning. Don't talk to the dead. They know nothing. Okay, not to consult with mediums. Not to converse with wizards, right? Wizards are
wizard.
I mean, there's a lot of wizards and warlocks and witches and things of that nature, and they, some of them are harmless, but some of them are, the real deal.
We read Deuteronomy 18:10, not to do sorcery.
Right, sorcery. Don't. So we shouldn't be doing this. 68, to not cut your hair at the temples. Let's read this, and then also 69, to not shave your beard. So Leviticus 27. Let's do it.
19:27.
19:27.
Okay. Right here it says, do not round the corner of your head, nor destroy the corner of your beard.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting one. Because I don't exactly have an answer for things like goatees and things where people are shaving it up. I mean, essentially, you would be rounding your beard if you have a goatee. So you would technically be breaking this commandment. I don't know. This is what it says, and not to shave the beard. Read it one more time, Jade.
All right. Do not round the corner of your head, nor destroy the corner of your beard.
Right, and so a lot of them did this in because of the dead, or because of magic rites or things of that sort. That would be the reason you're not to do certain things. But it also says not to round the corners of your beard. So
there's an example in Kings and in the book of Samuel when David sent his men out to go to Jericho to converse with the people and make peace with them. But they took his men, they cut their beards, and they're like, okay, stay there.
They ripped their clothes. They took
ripped their clothes off, and they cut their beards. And he's like, okay, come back until don't come back until your honor is restored and your beards are fully grown. Yeah,
so I do believe that goatees and rounding the beards, and our Creator loves full beards. He loves just the look of the beard. You're not supposed to trim them and shave them up and things of that nature. So I think goatees are breaking commandments. So
you have men hair on their face for a reason.
That is true.
Nice protection.
Yeah. Okay. So last one. Do we do this? When you guys do this, Deuteronomy 22:5, and let's do 71 as well. Men must not wear women's clothes. Women must not wear men's clothes. This seems like something really obvious simple enough, right? Okay. Read it. 22:5.
A woman does not wear that which pertains to a man, nor does a man put on a woman's garment. For whoever does this is an abomination to Yahuwah, your Elohim.
Yeah, it's like the same with dudes with really long hair. We're not supposed to look like women. We're not supposed to, as fellas, you want to look like men. You don't want to look like chicks, girls. And girls, you don't want to look like fellas, right? There's problems when we are looking at a society right now that is completely whacked out of their skulls, and there's like 80 different theoretical genders that are just crazy. It's just crazy talk. So there's two genders. Eli, simple enough. What are the two genders?
Male and female.
You got it, little buddy.
Oh, that is good.
This was
The whole
the-
gender thing is so confusing. I don't understand it.
Well, that is the point.
When
It
did
is
we get
confusing.
to? When did we get to 80? Though I thought it was like they came up with 4 or something, 4 extra.
I think Facebook has like a list of 80 to 120. I mean,
oh wow.
well, I mean, they installed a cat box in the school the other day because the guy identified as a cat.
Does he say meow and drink out of a saucer too?
Probably, and he probably chases mice. That would probably be what he
I mean,
does.
that might be a good job or like something.
Hey,
Chase
I hope
mice,
he's
right?
fast. I hope he is fast and he can do it, but I don't know.
Does he talk though, or does he meow?
I would hope he meows, but
This
this is as funny as this is a kind of a sick thing because I mean they've had for years now where guys will get in like cat or dog suit and they truly believe they're dogs and they'll have people that walk them and it's
Always hit their head too hard.
we've been fluorinated. We've been completely fluorinated and GMO'd, and now we have gender issues and a lot of issues. And we have the problem is we don't have anyone foundationalized in the Torah. Things like this, right? If we knew right here, Deuteronomy 22:5 says it's an abomination to our Creator that a man wears what pertains to a woman and vice versa. So. All right, gentlemen, those are 20 commands. We're going to go through the next 20 and clean these up a little bit. It's actually going a little bit better. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be 613 commands here. There's going to be quite a bit less because they basically say things over and over and over. But it is a great list that we should go down. All right, gentlemen, anything to add to this?
Read your Bibles and follow along with us, and so you guys can get your Bibles out and read with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, kids out there, anyone who's listening in on this, I hope you guys are keeping the law, statutes, commands of our Creator, keeping your guys' selves pure. In a world that is completely twisted upside down, the peer pressure is crazy for kids out there in the real world. So, we are praying for you guys, and I hope you guys are good. So much love to everybody out there, and adios.
All right.
Shalom.
All right, bye, everyone.